Dear students, this is Lohit from SK. So, in the previous session, we come to know about the determination of price under perfect competition market. So, in the session 38 and 39, we come to know it is about perfect market only. The remaining session will start with the imperfect competition. So, that means the market structure mainly classified into two types, that is perfect competition and imperfect competition. So, under perfect competition, everything is perfect, but under imperfect competition, everything is going to be imperfect. So, that means here the sellers may produce homogeneous as well as heterogeneous products or different products. So the price ranges may change. The buyers and suppliers and as well as sellers, uh, their approaches is going to be changed. Let's go with the imperfect market types. Under that, we in this session, I'm going to discuss about the monopoly. First, we have to know the meaning of monopoly first. So here, the word monopoly is derived from the Greek word. So that is one is mono and another one is which means single, and poly means seller. A single seller, so it's called as monopoly. So the monopoly is a market is that market a single seller sells the product with no close substitutes and without any competitors. So that means, so substitute products you always know that substitute products cannot be substitute product is a replaceable product, or the product have a similar characteristics or features with the existing product or replaceable product. So and there is no competition in the monopoly. So because only a single seller who is going to control the market forces and having a strong market share. So under the monopoly market, the single seller fixes the prices of product. So he may be called as a price maker. So the example for the monopoly is here railways, defense, and public utility service, etc. So let's go with the features of monopoly market. So the first feature of monopoly market is single seller. So here the only one seller sells the products without any competition or competitors. So here the single seller is called as monopolist. So because the other competitors may not be able to compete with this seller in terms of technology, quality, quantity, and market share. That so in and capital. So in so many things, nobody is able to reach this single seller and or beat single seller in the competition. So the monopolist fixes the prices of product. Therefore, monopolist is a price maker. So nobody gives competition in fixing the prices, even though there is a similar products is there, but they are unable to give competition in front of this large single seller or who have command over a market and authority over market forces. So the single seller is the first feature of monopoly market. Then the second characteristic of monopoly market is no close substitute for the product. So here that means there is no alternative product. So under monopoly market, so I already told that in the meaning. So that means substitute product is an alternative product to the existing product. So if you take for example, if consumer want to go from one place to another place, he has to go. He chooses railway, but he don't have any private railway options. So he only public railways. He has only public transport as a railway here. So though no another substitute product is not available in monopoly market. So if there is a close substitute, so then in this case he can't fix price according to his wish. So based on his investment or based on his operations on decisions, because so if there is a close substitute for this existing product, so he has to give competition in terms of quality, quantity, price, and as well as features of the product and services. So no close substitute for the product is another important characteristic of monopoly. Then the third important characteristic of monopoly is restriction on the entry of new firms. So here the monopoly under monopoly market, so there is a restriction to enter into the market by new firms. So why? Because means the existing single seller or the mono seller is going to have a control over the market, and he established in the industry from the long years. So he has a good control over marketing conditions. So and then the new firm is unable to compete with that existing firm in terms of latest technology and the size of capital and the market share, and as well as in terms of qualitative goods and services. So the new entrants into the market may not be able to compete with the monoseller or monopoly seller. So, and the market share has a large number of market share monopoly seller. So, the new firm is definitely will become unable to give competition with all marketing areas. So, they have to expand their market with the latest technology. They have to create the demand. They have to fight with the price of this with the monopoly seller. So uh, the monopoly market and a single seller will put a restriction on the entry of new firms. So in these features, so here the new firms is unable to give competition with the single seller or monopoly market. The next feature of the monopoly is the price maker. So that means monopolist fix the price of the product. So under the monopoly market, the single seller fixes the price of product. So that means nobody is able to give competition in fixing the prices also. So he knows the market conditions. The market forces is in the control of monopoly seller only. That means demand and supply is in the control. So that means no, if there is no competitors and competition, so here the only single seller will fix the price, and the other remaining small firms who have similar products may follow this. So monopolists control the market forces here. So he will be called as price maker. Then the next difference is, sorry, the next characteristic of monopoly is between no difference between firm and industry. So both are same here, but in general we can say there will be a difference. Industry means a group of companies which are manufacturing the same product. So example here, the TV manufacturing industry, LG, Samsung, Sansui, Onida, these are all the TV manufacturing industries. But firm means a single company. So in Samsung, you can see the variety of TVs, so a variety of products also. So that means they occupy the market at large with the different products and services, and also so here there is no difference between the firm and industry. The both become the same because they have that much of large industry, large market, large investment, and they have latest technology also. And next characteristic is that no competition. So that means no competitors, no competition. So under the monopoly market, the single seller sells the product without any competitors. So for them, there is no close substitutes. So they have substitutes, but there is no close. So that means to the monopolist, nobody is able to give competition, edge to edge competition. So our close competition. Therefore, there is no competition with them. So then they can dominate the market here. So here either monopolist can fix the price or output. That means the monopolist fixes the price. Along with that, he also determines the quantity of product to be manufactured. So because nobody is going to give competition to sell, so whenever he wants, he can deliver and he can have a control on demand and supply. So there is will no force for to reach the demand. So generally, monopolist fixes the price of product, or he fixes the number of goods to be manufactured and sold. So the sole decision will be taken, and remaining the substitute products who don't have close competition, so may follow this. So here the monopolist can fix the price as well as the output. So after discussing all the 7 features of monopoly, so we can come to know that monopoly happens only because of exclusive technology and uniqueness in their features of products and services, and they are going to dominate the market share. So that means majority of market is occupied by them only, and they have a strong control over on market forces like demand and supply. So then they may frame the policies according to their wishes. So if until another company or another firm is able to give a tight competition, a close competition in all these respected areas. So with this, I would like to conclude this session. Thank you.
Dear students, this is Lohit Ram SK, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Srimati Shivaya, Government Market College, Pavagada. And dear students, in the previous session, under imperfect competition, we come to know about the monopoly and its characters. We discussed about the meaning of monopoly and from where it is derived, and what are the typical characteristics of monopoly. So all these things we came to know. But in the meaning itself, we come to know that monopoly includes a single seller who controls the market forces. So, but the monopoly, depending on certain criteria, may take into many forms or types. So the types of monopoly is the topic for this session. So I'm going to discuss about the types of monopoly in this session. Let us go with one by one. The first type of monopoly in the types of monopoly is natural monopoly. So the name itself suggests that natural monopoly is due to natural factors. So that means if a particular material is concentrated or available at a particular places, so and this gives rise to a monopoly exploitations. That means in other places that kind of raw material or material will not may not be available. So only that particular place is known for that particular type of raw material and business. So and automatically the monopoly situation rises there of such materials. So it is called as natural monopoly due to natural factors. So these kind of monopoly arises. So here the example for that. So the diamond mines are in South Africa. So in the total world, so only in South Africa we come to know that. So there is ample of diamond mines available in South Africa only, not in other countries of the countries. So that's it's about the first type of monopoly. Let's go for the second one, that public utility monopoly. So here, due to not having a concern with the public utilities, the government authorities seizes complete control and management of some utilities to protect the social interest of the people. So the government will take the full authority and manage it. So that kind of business or monopoly business is called as public utility monopoly. So here, for example, post and telegram, they are it's in the hands of government only. So there is no private. Now telegraph is not working. Telephones, so BSNL, even though there is a private sector, but there is a major control is in the hands of government only. And electric power also. Railway, there is no competitor for railway, so it's under the control of government, central government. Then provision of water. So that means the water services may be rendered by one company into a majority areas. So that may we consider. Then so these are the monopolies of government and local authorities. So there may be a private monopolies of public utility services also. This is about second public utility monopoly. Then fiscal monopoly. So here it's about finance. So to prevent the exploitation of employees and consumers, the government nationalizes certain industries and acquire fiscal monopoly power over them. So if more private companies are handling the business or operations or certain business activities, so there will be a possibility of employees exploitation and as well as consumers exploitation. So in order to prevent or avoid, the government may nationalize certain industries and acquire them, and their fiscal monopoly will be over on them. So the example for the fiscal monopoly is here. fiscal monopoly of tobacco in France. So here, the tobacco products in France is purely under the control of government, and life insurance policies and general insurance policies are in monopoly structure in India. Of course, there is a private insurance policies, insurance companies is there, but so these life insurance and general insurance policies are controlled by the government of India. So it's about the fiscal monopoly. Then legal monopoly. So the word itself says that legal. So some monopolies are engaged and protected under certain laws. So with the help of law, these kind of monopoly exists. So here the inventors of new processes, articles or devices obtain these monopoly power for such inventions under the name of patents, trademarks and copyrights. So all of you know that patent is a right to use exclusively a particular technique, method or anything which they invented. Then trademark, so the symbol they are going to use, so only those people have license to use that, they can only use. And the copyright rights also, so it will be in the hands of few people, it is protected under law. So if any other people use all these against their license, so they may be face the actions. And so there may be an example of legal monopoly of medicines, then competition under this monopoly. So, for example, here one such a best example is there that that Ladu, which is prepared by Tirupati Tirumala Devasthanam, so it has a patent. Like so many things has legal monopoly with the help of law in the name of patents, trademarks, and copyrights. So this is about legal monopoly. Then, so here in the, as Professor F.W. Towsing observes, so that he in his Principle of Economics about the legal monopoly, so he says that copyright and patents are the simplest cases of absolute monopoly by law. So with them, with the use of these law like copyrights, patents, or trademarks, so some business activities or business companies or business entities will enjoy the legal monopoly. However, Professor E.H. Chamberlain, one of the economists, so he's also going to point out that such a case would fall more under monopolistic by using of that. So here the example for other the examples of legal monopoly are Dutch East India Company and British East India Company. They have taken grants or permission from the respected governments from their respected countries to do their business activities in particular areas or particular field. So this is about legal monopoly. Then the next one, the fifth one, that is voluntary monopoly through combinations. So here, in order to eliminate the competition or to avoid the competition or restrict the competition and thereby secure the higher prices, and with the help of that to earn a maximum profit, the firms producing a particular product may come together jointly to form a monopoly. So that means they want to form a monopoly by having a monopoly agreements with them. So here, two or more firms will jointly uh, form the monopoly by monopoly agreements. So these are known as industrial combinations. Also, when all the firms merge into one organization, such monopoly takes in the form of trust. So, for example, the ACC Cements is one of the best example for voluntary monopoly through combination. Then the sixth form of monopoly is simple monopoly and discriminating monopoly. So a simple monopoly firm charges a uniform price for its output sold to all buyers. So uniform price means so the same price for all kinds of product and services they are going to produce and sold. Then, while discriminating monopoly firm charges different prices for the same product at different to different buyers. So here they are going to charge with different buyers and different areas and different regions. So this is about discriminating monopoly. Then a simple monopoly operates only in a particular area or in a single market, but a discriminating monopoly operates in more than one market or their market sharing activities more. So example here, the ticket prices of railways and airlines. So their prices are going to be differed depending on the area, region, and places. So this is about the simple monopoly and discriminating monopoly. The next one is pure monopoly and imperfect monopoly. So here under pure monopoly, so it is the type that the monopoly in which a single firm which controls the supply of commodity and demand also. So which has no substitutes, not even a remote one. That means no product is substitutable for these kind of products or for services. So it's pure monopoly. That means no competition, no competitor is there for pure monopoly. So it possesses absolute monopoly power. Such a monopoly is very rare. So for example, for that, public utilities. So in public utilities, you can see that railways in India. So there is no private railways for the public purpose. Then the imperfect monopoly. So imperfect monopoly means here a limited degree of monopoly. So that means it confined to a limited area or area of activity. So it refers to a single firm which produces a commodity having a close substitute. So in pure monopoly we can't find substitute, but here we find close substitute. So the degree of monopoly is less than a perfect monopoly. Then it relates to a availability of closeness of substitutes. That means so we can find the substitute products which have a similar characteristics or which have similar kind of use, or they may available at near prices to the existing product. Then in practice there are many cases of such imperfect monopoly. So here the best example for that imperfect monopoly is oil companies. So here they are going to provide different kinds of uh, their product and services with different prices. Then the eighth one is chosen monopoly. So here this type of monopoly comes into the existence to avoid throat-cutting competition in the market. So instead of avoiding competition or the competition which is going to defeat one another or kill one company to another company. So in order to avoid that, so and these type of monopoly creates a group of monopolists to escalate their profit, to take their profit. So one of the best example for this type of monopoly is that OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, like Arab countries. So they have their OPEC. So in order to avoid the competition, they may have a good understanding between them regarding the trading of petroleum products. Then the technological monopoly, the next form, so that it emerges as a result of economics of large scale of operation, so use of capital goods and new production methods. So here, whenever the large scale of operation take place, the firms want to reduce its cost. So due to this, the company want to have the monopoly in technology. So that means they are going to use the technology which is exclusive one, so and unique one. So, and they are going to use the capital goods which is used for the long term in the business, and new production methods they are going to use. So example that engineering goods industry, automobile industry, software industry, etc. So here earlier, the Internet Explorer was only a browser available to browse the information, browse the web between 1995 to 2000. So they can enjoy the monopoly power in the market. So until that, so after that it's changed. So that means the dominance of technology has emerged after 2000 and 2001. So after discussing all these types of monopoly, we come to know that monopoly created based on the nature of business and the profit level they want to earn and their available sources with the newness and the type of competition they are going to give and the technology they are going to use with the unique feature. So with this, I would like to conclude my session. Thank you.